EduMatch Tweet and Talk number 24. We're going to have a very special treat for you today, live EduMatch in action. So follow along with us on our Google Plus Hangout at bit.ly/TweetTalk24, as well as our Twitter hashtag EduMatch. So check out hashtag EduMatch if you want to tweet along with your own thoughts. So speaking of EduMatch, go ahead and check us out at edumatch.education. Sign up to be the person of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to our panel. So if each person on our panel could briefly just introduce themselves, your location, and your role in education. So let's kick things off with Tammy.
Hi, my name is Tammy Neil. I teach computer apps and game design to grades 6 through 12 in rural North Florida. And super excited to be a part of the panel tonight.
Welcome back, Tammy. And next we'll go to Susie.
Hi, I'm Susie Highley. I'm a media specialist in Indianapolis with grades 5 through 8. So I have access to teachers in just about any subject, and would be great to hook you up with anybody that might be able to connect with you.
Fantastic, and connections are the name of the game, for sure, for sure. So next we're going to Shelly.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, it's all right. This is Shelly Stout from Texas. I'm a 5th grade teacher. I teach ELA and social studies, and I'm happy to be here and happy to collaborate with you.
And we are so happy to have you with us, so thank you for joining us. Next, let's go to Leslie.
Hi, I'm Leslie Fagin. I am an instructional technology coach in Griffin, Georgia. I'm excited about tonight's tweet and talk, and excited to connect with other people across the globe.
All right, fantastic, Leslie. Glad to have you back. Now we're going to go to Knikole.
Hello, I am Knikole Taylor. I am a math and science coach in a town right outside of Dallas, Texas, and I'm excited to be here as well.
And we are excited to have you, so thank you for joining us. And last but not least, Dean.
Hi, my name's Dean Dahl. I teach 6th grade science as well as a middle school transition course called Middle School Skills, in which part of it is devoted to digital skills and tech skills and Google skills. And I teach out of Edina, Minnesota, and this is great to be a part of this.
Always great to have you join us. All right, fantastic. And my name is Sarah Thomas, and I am in a new role beginning tomorrow. I will be a regional technology coordinator in my district, so very, very excited about that. So thank you all for the props. I see you. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to make some live EduMatches. I'm kind of doing this little evil rubbing my hands together face thing. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and we'll go down the line. So I'm going to give you all a couple minutes to brainstorm, a couple seconds to brainstorm about one of your educational interests. So we'll go in the same order that we introduced ourselves. So we're going to find you some live EduMatches, hopefully. So So I'm going to ask Tammy first. What is one area of education that you are super passionate about that you'd love to be EduMatched in?
Well, one area of education that I would really love to be EduMatched in is my game design class. I'm the only one in my district that's teaching high school game design, and this is our 2nd year, and I'm not a game design expert. I will freely admit that. We have a lot of fun, but it would be nice to be able to connect with some classes that could stretch our thinking a little bit, help us stay focused and on the right track.
Absolutely, and your wish is our command. So we're going now to the EduMatch spreadsheet. I just, as you were talking, I typed in the word game, and we got 5 hits back. So the very first one is Video Brains 1, at Video Brains 1. That might be one person that you want to connect with. Jerry, great person to know. Let's see. We also have Helena, who is in our Voxer group, who is a fantastic, she does gamification, not necessarily game design, but she does gamification. Let's see who else we have up in the mix here. We have a gamer. We have Professor X1130, so that's Bradford over in Texas, who is into gaming as well. Let's see, we have 2 more hits on here. You ready, Tammy? You excited? All right, cool. Let's see. We also have Teacher Donna here from Ontario, so TCHR Donna. And let's see, one more. We have someone trying to build a team problem-solving game serving the poor, and that is Bacchustown from California. So those are all some great, great people that you might want to connect with in terms of game design.
I'm about to tweet them right now. Thank you.
Yay! Fantastic. Oh, and I see that Jacqueline just joined us too. So fantastic. So we'll let Jacqueline go ahead and get situated. We'll give you a couple seconds. We'll have you introduce yourself after, right after Susie's live EduMatch. So Susie, what kind of areas in education are you interested in that you'd like to make an EduMatch?
Really anything that might work for 5th through 8th grade, although probably especially maybe social studies or science. Or my district is moving into personalized learning and blended learning, so even connecting with somebody who has experience with that would be wonderful too.
Oh, okay, so you have quite a few things going on there. So let's go with personalized. I heard you say that
Sure.
last. Okay, personalized. Ooh, we have 10 hits. So there seems
This
to
is
be...
like Oprah. You get a match and you get a match.
Exactly. You get a match. You get a match. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you all again. So Lynn Oakvik is in Fort Lauderdale. She's definitely into personalized learning, so that might be a good match for you. Let's see here. We also have Shannon Carey out of Oakland, California, who may be a great match as well. And I see Nicole put in the chat that personalized PD is #1 on her list as well. So you might want to take some notes. Maybe you guys can match.
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. We have Faisal in Toronto. So Faisal Altimi is another great one. Let's see here. All right, we have personalized PD. So this one might be a good one for you, Nicole. At Ed Abroad, this is Rupert. We have Makisha, who's in Atlanta, just like Leslie is. Keisha for Tech is another great one for personalized learning. Let's see here. All right, we have Angela up in Michigan, who is into personalized learning. So at Teach Love for SPED is another good one. I might be going a little fast, but if you need me to repeat anything, just let me know. Let's see. Ms. Norsworthy in Georgia is into personalized learning as well. We have 3 more. 3 more. Here we go. We have Techie Margaret out of the DMV. She is also into personalized PD, so that might be a good connection for you, Nicole. And one more. We have Barbara, who is in North Carolina, and she's into personalized learning. She was one of our more recent EduMatchers. I believe that she's either up today or tomorrow or perhaps the day after that. But yes, so definitely those would be some great people to check out. So, Jacqueline, if you could just please introduce yourself and just with your location and your role in education. Oh, I'm sorry. I had myself muted. I got so caught up in the EduMatches. All right. So Shelly, we'll go to you while and then we'll bounce back to Jacqueline in a second. But Shelly, what areas of education would you like to be EduMatched? If you could pick one, what would it be?
Okay. I would like to be matched with somebody interested in PBL and just wants to collaborate like with 5th grade curriculum possibly. Also student blogging.
All right. So PBL, student blogging, 5th grade. All right, so we have a lot going on there. Let's go with the first one, PBL, and hopefully we'll find some other ones in the meantime. There's a lot of hits back, so 39. Wow, so Jennifer Bond is in Michigan, and she's actually a 5th grade teacher as well, so she might be a perfect match for you. So at Team Bond, you might want to connect with her. Let's see here. Who else do we have? So she was on there. Let's see. We have a PBL person, another PBL person in Michigan. This is Kristen Hunt. So KMHUNDT. That's another great one. Oh, and I see Nicole is on the chat saying that her STEM district has implemented PBL's K-12. So that is fantastic. All right, let's see here. Another PBL person in Spain, we have Inma. So at INMITACS, she's also into PBL. Let's see, let's get you 2 more. So Matthew Arend, Matthew_AREND is a leader in Texas, and he's really into PBL as well. Let's get you 1 more. 1 more. Let's see. We have someone in Sydney, Nicole Troy 4. She is in Sydney, and she's into PBL, connected learning, tech, and coding. All right. So those could all be some great EduMatches for you. So you have been EduMatched. Boom!
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so let's check on Jacqueline's audio. Can we get a mic check on you? No, still nothing. All right, we'll bounce back to you in just a couple seconds. So Leslie, what about you? Where can we EduMatch you?
I would like to get EduMatched with somebody who is doing some online professional development, you know, kind of like on-demand PD for teachers, especially in how to integrate technology in their classes.
Okay, all right, let's see what we have in here. So let me look up PD. So we're going to hit up PD right here, and let me share my screen with you all. Let's get you some EduMatches. All right, so Scott Moss is doing PD in California. Let me see. So he has a site for PD. So that's right there. There's some online PD right there. So you might want to check him out at Scott H. Moss. Let's see. All right. Let's find some actual PD standing for something. So let's see here. All right. So so at Asset Teach is also doing PD, independent PD for teachers, subject leaders, and schools. So he is an experienced primary school teacher turned trainer consultant. Let's see. There's also Happy Hive Teach N, who is in Alabama. So let's see. She's new to Twitter as PD, so she's not currently using PD. Let's see here. Let me just kind of go a little faster. All right, Mary Jo Mata is another great resource to have on deck. At MJ Mata, y'all might know her as the EdSurge lady. She's one of the EdSurge ladies, but she's definitely into PD as well, so she's a great person to know. Let's see here. Okay, Larry Suarez at Tech Coach Z. He's out of New Jersey. He is a tech coach, so that might be a good EduMatch for you. And let's see if we can find you 1 more. So let's see. Did this person say that they're in PD? Aha! So we have another PD developer, Shane, at Computer Mora, out of Ontario, Canada. Or I'm sorry, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So there are a few good EduMatch folks there for you to connect with. So, all right, good deal. So boom, EduMatch. Fantastic. All right, so let's go with Nicole now. Nicole, what would be, we already talked about personalized PD. So do you have any other great EduMatch questions or areas that you'd like to be matched in?
Well, one avenue that we explored earlier this year to kind of help the teachers in my district with personalized PD would be EdCamp. So if there are any experienced EdCampers, we had a decent start, but of course, you know, we want our next one to be better.
All right, ed camps. That's definitely something that I'm really into as well. So let me go back to the magical screen share. Do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. All right, so we have Mrs. Geology, Alyssa Davidson, out of Golden, Colorado. So she is really into ed camps. Let's see. Let's get you 4 more. All right, so we have Bradford Harris. He's a very popular person because I've seen that he's EduMatched earlier with Tammy, I believe. He is into Ed Camp Houston, so I know that he's in your neck of the woods, I believe. All right, let's see here. Chip Chase is out of D.C. I know him from Ed Camp Metro D.C., so he's another great person to know in terms of ed camps. Let's get you a couple more. All right, Donna McTavish at Teacher Donna. Oh, she's come up a couple of times as well. So she, let's see here. I saw that Ed Camp was highlighted somehow. Let me see. I think I just closed it. Oh, okay. So Ed Camp is one of her interests. And let's get you one more. All right, Tammy Light out of Loudoun County, Virginia, who is also a fan of Ed Camp. So at T-Light RLC. So that is another one. All right. Now I see that Jacqueline is back. So hey, Jacqueline, could you go ahead, tell us your name and your role and your location?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. My name is Jacqueline Rose, and I teach 5th grade in Weatherford, Texas. I teach language arts and social studies.
All right, fantastic. So what one area of education are you the most passionate about right now?
Student-led classrooms and student voice, student ownership.
Oh, I love it. All right, so let me just search the hashtag StuVoice on this spreadsheet. And I saw that Susie had a question. So how we can get access to the spreadsheet, if you actually go to the website edumatch.education, then there's a list of everyone that we have featured in the past, and that information is available to you there. So I will definitely show you all that before we close out for tonight, but let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so in terms of student voice, all right, Brad Gustafson out of Minnesota is a great person to connect with. He is a huge advocate for student voice and students connecting and students leading different initiatives. So he's a great guy to connect with. Also, let's see, down here we have Rachel Lawrence, so at TCHR_Rachel M. She is huge into student voice as well. So that is definitely one of her interests. And another one would be Sean Farnham, Magic Pants Jones, out of St. Augustine, Florida. So shout out to Magic Pants. So he is passionate about student voice via class design, Genius Hour, student choice, many things along those lines. So those are some really great people that you might want to connect with. So you have been EduMatched.
Awesome, thank you.
Very, very welcome. All right, and last but not least, Dean.
I am always looking for ways with digital citizenship and managing in the classroom and effective tools that are out there so that each teacher / myself, we don't have to recreate the wheel.
Absolutely, understood. Time is a huge factor when it comes to our being effective. So looking at the spreadsheet right now, the first hit back for DigCit that I'm getting is Cindy Medeiros out of New Hampshire. So at Cindy, CCM might be a great person to connect with. Let's see. We also have Priscilla from Michigan. She's also into digital citizenship. So at Miss Fogen. All right, let's see here. We also have Seth Gutt out of New Jersey. So at Seth Gutt, he is into gamification, PBL, DigCit, coding, research skills. I believe there are 2 more. All right, so we have Rachel in New York at AP GovMe. I think that she actually changed her Twitter handle, so you might want to just put in her name, Rachel Marat, and it'll give you her information. So check her out. She's into DigCit, flipped AP government, lots of things of that nature. And Tanya Averith is another one. She is originally from Montreal. Now she's living in Florida. And check this out. She's also into student voice. So Jacqueline, you might want to connect with her as well. But she is an advocate for digital citizenship as well. She's on a mission to help rebrand DigCit and help students become connected citizens. So those might all be great people to connect with. So boom, EduMatch. All right, so I have one more question for the panel. So a lot of you are doing some fantastic things about getting ourselves and our classrooms connected. So if you have any chats or any ideas on ways that people can get these matches going on in other senses of the word, then please, by all means, now is the time to share. So Tammy, I'm going to actually put it on you if that's all right.
That's perfectly fine, perfectly fine. On Tuesday nights, I and some really wonderful educators co-moderate the Rural Ed Chat on Twitter. It's a great way if you are a rural educator, grew up in a rural education environment, might be considering going to a rural travel through a rural education environment. You know, we just want to make sure we're trying to help those schools that are a lot more isolated find their voice online. And then on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, I, along with a wonderful team of Florida educators, co-moderate the Florida Ed Chat. And so we're trying to help teachers across the state of Florida find connections around the world, in our country, in our state, and get the conversation going. Because, you know, I always truly believe it's not, and I'm going to say this out loud, it's not the legislators that are going to change what's happening in our classrooms, it's us. So try and really focus there to get those connections made. So thank you, Sarah, for letting me do the shout-outs.
Oh, absolutely, and thank you for doing the shout-outs. We love to learn from each other, so thank you for sharing that. All right, so I'm going to kick it over next to Knikole.
Hello, we are going to actually start a district-wide chat this Thursday. It will be the first Thursday of the month, hashtag Weibo chat. Really right now, you know, with the personalized PD, just really want to work and kind of show by example how teachers can make connections outside of their hallway, outside of their campus, and outside of their district. That's what I'm really passionate about, because those connections have really, you know, pushed me and helped me to really learn and be able to share new ideas with others. So that's what I'm really most passionate about. And through personalized PD, I'm hoping that it trickles over and teachers can see that, you know, if they can personalize their learning, then they can also personalize learning for their students. So.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. Great. Any closing thoughts from anyone on the panel? And in the meantime, while we're getting our closing thoughts together, just wanted to also shout out Sarah Brooks at Sarah24Lynn. She's another great EdCamp resource. So definitely wanted to put her her name out there as well. Okay. So any closing thoughts from the panel?
I just think this was great, Sarah. I think you've connected us with people that we, of course, did not know of. I have a list of people that I need to tweet tonight, and some, you know, I made other lists because I know other people in my building who need these connections as well. Can you repeat Sarah's handle for EdCamp? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. It's SARA24LYNN.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Susie, I think you had something that you wanted to add as well?
Yes, I just wanted to say that a lot of times when you're talking about the hashtags, some of the chats, like Tammy suggested, that is a great place to find people and connect with the people that you see in a chat. And a great way to reach a lot of people at one time.
Absolutely. That is so true. The power of the hashtag, that's like one of the most powerful things that you can use on Twitter. So I saw a couple questions came up where people were asking where to access the spreadsheet. So I'm just going to share my screen one more time with you all. If you go to edumatch.education, it'll open up to a page like this. And if you just go down to where it says previous EduMatchers, then it'll give you a list with the different people that we've had before. I will definitely update it right after this, but all of the previous EduMatchers that we've had before, and you can kind of check their Twitter handles as well as the areas of education that really, really sparked their interest. So definitely making those connections is awesome. All right, so I wanted to thank everyone that's on panel today. You all are amazing. Loved making these EduMatches with you, and hope to have all of you back for future episodes. Also, thank you to everyone who has contributed in our Q&A, as well as using the hashtag on Twitter, #EduMatch. Can't wait to go through and check all of these. Also, drop your picks for different categories using the EduMatch hashtag. We will storify this shortly, and it'll be available to look at, as well as we will have an iTunes podcast version of this available in a couple of weeks. So come back next week. We're going to have a great discussion about etiquette and social media. Just check out bit.ly/tweettalk25. It's going to be moderated by Dorian Roberts. So go ahead and hit that up if you want to be a panelist, and you can just put the word panelist there, and definitely check that out. So thank you all again. Y'all are amazing. Happy holidays to all, and to all a good night.
And Sarah, have a great first day at your new job tomorrow.
Oh, thank you so much, Susie. Much appreciated. Definitely will do, because I know I have y'all in my pocket on Voxer, so yay. All right. Good night, all.